Hello and welcome to Business Insider with Mario Toneguzzi on yyccalgarybusiness.ca. Joining me today is Hilary McMeekin, who is Director of Communications and Investor Relations with the Alberta Securities Commission. Thanks for joining us today, Hilary.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, you folks have introduced a new fraud prevention campaign called #TakeSomeTime. Can you explain just a little bit about the campaign and why you've introduced it?
Absolutely. Thanks, Mario. Every year in March, we do a Fraud Prevention Month campaign. And this year, after receiving some data from a study that we did in 2020, the CSA Investor Index, we learned that 23% of Albertans between the ages of 18 and 30 believe they have been approached with a fraudulent investment scam in recent months. And additionally, 45% of that same age group said that they were seeing more investing opportunities advertised on their social media channels. And combined, those two bits of information told us we needed to do something that's targeted at that 18 to 30 age group, because that's a growth, that's an increase in potentially fraudulent investment scams within that age group. So we designed the campaign to support and to really get information out to that age group. And the campaign, as you called it, which I love it, is Take Some Time. And it's meant to be fun, Mario. It's meant to bring some humor and also to give people the opportunity to pause and do the research they need to do before they make that investment opportunity. So yeah, go ahead.
I'm just interested in the name itself. As you said, take some time. I'm long past that age group, but I do recall. I do recall that age group, though. You're doing things like that, right?
Yes.
And especially now in this day and age with social media and the bombardment of information, everything is immediate and quick. Is that the reason why that phrase, I guess, was taken?
Absolutely. I mean, I would give this advice to anybody. You and me, right? We're outside of the 18 to 30 age group, but taking time to do our own research is so critical, no matter how the investment opportunity comes our way. But you're absolutely right. Online is fast moving. It's fast moving. And when we're, that age group, they love to move fast. They process information so quickly, and scam artists prey on that, right? They're online and they know that. And they often do the high pressure sales, right? Like, get in now, don't miss this opportunity, take the jump now. And part of our goal with this was to have some fun. So we created an excuse bot, a literal excuse bot. You'll be able to find it off of checkfirst.ca. And the idea is that you type in whatever your keyword is, right? I'm interested in, someone's selling me this investment opportunity, whatever it is, and it'll give you a fun excuse, truly a fun excuse that you can laugh at and use if you'd like. But the message really is tap the brakes, slow down, and do the necessary steps to make sure that the investment is right for you. Whether it's legitimate or it is a potentially fraudulent scam, you still want to take the time. You still want to just pause and do your own research. So yeah. Does that make sense?
It sure does. Do you think, when we're looking at that age group, 18, you're just, basically done, you're just finished, high school, so to speak, but you really don't learn too much about finances and money and investment and all that, in school. Do you think we should have more programs geared toward a younger audience so they're not caught in this, potential risk as they get older?
Yes, absolutely. And I think this campaign has really, and our work in it, we're actually going to be growing our education efforts towards the younger demographic for exactly that reason, Mario, because all of a sudden, because of the pandemic, we're more online. We have more people in Alberta that are unemployed right now. They have more time. And and so people are jumping in, but they haven't had the opportunity and they haven't had that education to learn about the necessary steps that you should take for healthy investing.
Yeah.
And so we've been building out our tools and our information on checkfirst.ca, our website, and we're going to be doing more for exactly that reason, because we see an opportunity here to really provide important information for that age group. We're excited by their interest. We think it's an important part of a financial future is investing in, but making smart investment decisions that fit within our own life and our own financial plan. That's what's most critical.
Yeah. Now, obviously, in recent weeks in the news, there was the story regarding GameStop and the market volatility involving that company. Can you explain a little bit about? Sorry.
Sorry, Mario. My apologies.
Oh,
I don't know why this is going off. Hold on one second. That's better. My
okay.
apologies, Mario. I
Oh,
don't know what was happening.
no worries, no worries. Let's give it some musical entertainment for our guests.
That's right.
Last question I had though for you was regarding GameStop, and then what lessons can we learn through that experience?
Oh, you know what? I think my takeaway and others' takeaway is there will always be online chat rooms. They've been in place for some time, right? You and I both have seen them for many years, and they absolutely are there. But the information within those chat rooms isn't necessarily accurate, and it's one source of information. But we should always take the time to go and do research on whatever the company is.
Yeah,
Look into the company itself. Go online. Go to that company's website. Look at their management team. Look at their business plan and how they're advancing their business plan. Look at the disclosure they provide for their investors. Those are the steps that we should be taking. And yes, sure, we can follow what's happening on chat rooms. They play a role, but they're not the only source of information, and we shouldn't be trusting all the information and all of the chitter chatter on those tools.
yeah. And I just wanted to actually, I lied. I had another question. I just wanted to go back and what you were talking about, but the unemployment and stuff like that. One thing that occurred to me, I guess especially in Alberta, over the last few years, and in Calgary, you've had some real big issues with unemployment in this particular age group. The younger age group, 18 even to 25, say. And quite frankly, the prospects for employment are pretty tough out there, right? Right now, you've got the COVID pandemic, you've got the oil patch still struggling. So does that make people in that age group more susceptible to, making money schemes because, they're looking at their future and they're going, wow, it's going to be tough.
I you know I I think I think you're touching on something that's really important, right? We're all looking for that next opportunity, and
Yeah.
and I think absolutely being on top of that, being aware of that, but also being aware that we still have to take a pause and we still have to do our research. So yes, we should be opportunistic. Yes, we should look at whatever comes our way through whatever channel. But we should also stop and say, hey, I'm going to dig into this just a little bit more. I'm maybe going to consult with experts if I feel necessary, if I
Yeah.
feel that's necessary. I'm going to look at the actual information on a company's webpage, those kinds of things. I'm going to check and make sure that opportunity is being sold to me by a reputable registered. So someone that sells securities, right, is registered. And maybe I'll give it a call, but I'm not going to say yes right off the bat. I'm just going to take a pause and I'm going to do my research. I don't know if that answers your question, but I think you're right. I think we're all considering so much information, and it's really about taking the time to make sure it's the right thing for us.
Yeah, I guess in general, just what I was asking is that, when people are face financial hardship and financial uncertainty, are those the type of people that are more susceptible to be
Yes.
taken in by fraud?
Yes, because we make emotional decisions, right? When we're in that vulnerable place, we make emotional decisions, and that fraudsters know that, and they play on that. And this is why just taking a breath, right, and breathing, and not making that emotional decision, but stopping and making a rational decision. That's really the best place to be making decisions from.
Okay, thanks very much, Hilary, for joining us today.
Thanks, Mario. Thank you for having me.
Okay, super. That was Hilary McMeekin, who is the Director of Communications and Investor Relations for the Alberta Securities Commission. This has been Business Insider with Mario Toneguzzi on yyccalgarybusiness.ca. Thanks for joining us today.